Hey, drop it like a recap story time. That's a fire idea at the end of each year. That's fire.
I've always had a soft spot in my heart for funny girls. I don't know, man. Ever since I was a kid, it's just been my thing. So much so that humor was like the only trait I'd care about in regards to compatibility with a girl. I'd ignore looks, personality, and more specific to this story, morals. Let me tell you.
That is insane. All right, what is he cooking? What is he cooking?
Why I don't do that anymore. I was in early middle school, so probably 6th grade. This was my first day of school, and I sat next to this girl that I'll name Jane. She was one of the funniest girls I'd ever met. She wasn't, you can't take me anywhere funny. She was, I can't take you anywhere funny. She had no filter. Her jokes knew no
boy.
boundaries. She was the type to tell an amputee a knock-knock joke. And I was the type to give her a high five after just to flex. So we got along great. Now, she was new to the school and we had the same lunch period. So when lunch came, I introduced her to my friend group and she got along well with them too. And that was more than enough for me to catch feelings. My friends and I ate outside while all of the other kids would play and stuff, meaning we could basically see everything that was going on around the playground, be it tag,
bro, we all know that person though. Like, yo. Okay.
Ball fights and also pranks. There was this one prank that we would see quite often. It's where you walk into a bigger kid and slap him under the man boobs. Bap, bap. For some reason, everyone found this to be absolutely hilarious. I, for one, wasn't really a fan, not because I was above it or anything. I was cool with pantsing, whipping with towels, even
I think I heard this one before.
Table topping was okay in my book because all of those things are inclusive, you know, anybody could get it, but this, bap, bap. This just targeted fat niggas, yo. You couldn't do this to a skinny guy and definitely not a girl. Well, I mean, anyways, this just didn't.
Oh, okay. I see what he's cooking.
Feel like a prank. It just was straight up harassment. But I never voiced my disapproval because I was a big follower at the time and this didn't really affect me. You know, I grew up mad skinny, but around the 7th to 11th grade mark, after making the realization that barbecue Lay's chips are pretty tasty, I did get noticeably bigger. And as the school year progressed, it started to mess with my self-confidence a bit, so I could not for the life of me tell Jane how I felt. But as days, weeks, months passed.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
I couldn't take it anymore. So one day, I decided I was gonna ask her out at lunch. The school bell for lunch rang, and I put on my game face and I marched right up to Jane's friend Anne, and then I tell her that I liked Jane and that I wanted her to, you know, be my wingman and help me ease my way into her heart. Slow.
Chat, listen, all you gotta do is have a regular conversation, you know what I'm saying? My man was prepping. Took the time to think about it, went to the friend, making game plans.
Slowly and delicately. Jane, you'll
oh, that's crazy.
never guess what Johannes just told me. This girl rats immediately. Oh, I'm sorry. She literally ran to Jane, bro. I've never seen someone so enthusiastic to snitch. I see her go over to Jane. She whispers something in her ear. They both laugh, and then they look directly back at me. I try to look away and pretend that I wasn't staring at them. I hear them walking right to me, and then they rejoin the group, and Jane is on my body, bro. We're sitting next to each other. She's laughing at my jokes. Our legs are touching. And then
that boy was feeling it.
in the 6th grade world, that's about as unholy.
He was locking in, all right?
As it gets. And I'm just like, did this shit work? We finish eating and stand in a circle, which is what we usually do. And Jane pushes through like 3 people to stand next to me. What the heck did Anne tell this girl? Because she just straight up hooked your boy up, bro. Jane was mine. I start flirting back in. It was very clear that she was feeling me, yo. We keep talking and then Jane taps my
Hey, gotta respect the shooter. Respect him.
shoulder and says, Johannes, look at me. I turn and then I see her leaning in and closing her eyes. Whoa, wait, huh? I look around, we're outside next to a group of people and I'm like, wait, you're joking, really? Right now? She winks and says, don't worry about them. Worry about me. As she grabs my arm, pulls me in closer, and I'm just like, my mind's telling me no. Oh, but my body's telling me no. Why the fuck did I do that? I lean in, we get closer and closer.
Yo.
closed my eyes and then, bap, bap, my eyes.
Hey, listen. You got to become the best, okay? Roaster in America. You have to.
Open wide.
You have, get to it.
Than they ever have before. No. I look at her and she's just holding in her laughter. No. Did she just? I look down and my man boobs were still jiggling. This chick just titty slapped me in front of everyone. The whole group just erupts.
Listen.
And laughed.
You got to go out swinging, all right? Got to get some jokes off. Try to turn the crowd back around, man. You got to.
And she loses it, yo. I don't know how to feel. What seemed like a slight slap to my chest was actually a brutalizing stab to my heart. I look around and I just laugh it off because I know this was a prank and nothing was malicious about it. This is just how we joked with each other, but holy did that John hurt. Fun fact, this next video is actually my least favorite video on my channel. Amazing story, great story. I was just such
are we recapping a year.
a fucking cornball when I narrated it, bro. Damn. If you look at just about all the videos on my channel.
Hey, that means you're learning, all right? You did things and you learned, okay?
You'll notice a little similarity. I don't be talking about girls here, and there is a very solid reason why. Simply put, I just never got practice. Prom? I didn't go to that. I was working on a video. Hanging out with friends? I didn't do that. I was working on videos. Girlfriends? I can't even spell.
Hey, man, he's cooking.
Oh, that. Basically, I sacrificed my social skills for a bag. I'm definitely better now.
That's why you always got to have balance, all right? Life is about balance.
Bro,
Come
young
on,
me
man.
is trying to cap for YouTube right now, bro. I was 19 when this story happened, and I was 19 when I animated this story.
I had not made that much progress. Definitely better now, but from the time that I started my channel to now, there have been plenty of girls that I've talked to, and I've done some pretty embarrassing things out of
But you're learning, though. The fact you look back and cringe, you're learning, all right?
sheer inexperience. The story took place last year. I'd been doing YouTube consistently for about 11 months. I'd graduated and I was working full time. I had maybe 4,000 subscribers. I'm at work doing my thing and boop, this girl from high school slides in my DMs. Hey, 3Ys. Okay. It's been a while since we've talked, but we never talked. I think you're really cute. We should meet and catch up. Meet and catch up. Meet and catch up. Immediately catch feelings? I started to like her that day because
Bruh, that's what you gotta relax. All right? Relax. Okay, I don't know what this is gonna be about, but we're gonna see. All right, we're going to see.
all a girl needed to do to get me to fall in love with her at the time was just to show me a little bit of attention.
That's crazy.
Disgusting. So a couple of days go by and we texted
But the fact that he looks back, it's like, yo, what was I thinking? Come on.
a lot, like all day.
My man got him some. He went out there and earned his VC.
Hey, when she'd get lonely, I'd be there for her, and when I'd get lonely, she'd ignore my 7 consecutive texts. Pretty normal for
That's why you have to relax.
young Johannes. Some more time passes, and we plan to meet up one day after I got off of work.
It's not necessarily clout chaser. You want to make sure you do what you got to do, but you want to try other things. But some people get focused on what they want to do, and that's okay.
I tell her that we should go to a park and that I'll bring a canvas to draw her. This is my go-to date. It's cheap, fun, unique. I tell her that I get off at noon and say that we should meet up at 1, normal
Okay.
times. And then
I think I did a public interview one time, and they were like at the park for their first date. They seem to like each other, all right?
she suggests 7 p.m. Huh? But if we go to the park at 7, the sun will be down to like 8 and...
Oh, man. Oh, you said the girl clout chasing? True, but...
We'll just be alone in the blankets. In the dark. I send something along the lines of that, and then she replies verbatim. That's when all the fun stuff happens. Okay. I read this DM like twice.
All right, This is when you have to relax. All right.
And I realized
Is this too? What is going on here? All right.
where this date is headed. I may do something that at this point I have never done.
Oh, you're. Hey.
My life.
Listen,
Bro,
my man earned all that VC.
I don't know why I said at this point. I was a virgin when I fucking animated this. Why am I lying?
I realize I'm
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
not prepared at all. I get home, I gather my things, and take a quick trip to a CVS. Yep. After going to CVS to pick up a certain item that I'll be needing when the sun sets, we meet up at the park, and
This is gonna be
Facts. You got to scan the when things start looking a little. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. What's going on?
my last interruption, but this next 5 seconds is single-handedly the corniest line I've ever said on my whole channel.
oh my goodness. She shows up in booty shorts. Booty shorts. You already know what's going to happen when the shorts show the booty.
Hey, you're learning, okay?
We talk while I draw and actually get a good vibe going. Like we're talking and laughing and laughing
The fact that bro.
and talking and actually genuinely enjoying each other's company. But the sun sets and the real date starts. As it gets darker and darker, she gets more playful, and eventually it's really late, like 9 p.m. The street lights are on, the stars are out, you can hear the crickets, the park is empty. It was indeed a vibe. I'm drawing her portrait and I feel this very gentle tap on my arm. I look over and there she is, laying down in her back, giving me this look. This
Okay.
look that I had never seen before. She leans over, taps my hand, and tells
All right. She could not be a cloud chaser. She could not be.
me to lay down and keep her warm. It's about to go down. I reach into my bag, her eyes widen. I open the box I got from CVS and pull out this little booklet that I bought so I can see the drawing in the dark. I turn to her and say, "Psh, I can't draw you and lay down. You goof." Hey, yo, what the I know, I'm sorry. Hey, sit down, sit down. Bro, I had no sense of context clues. I came here to draw, and that's what I'm gonna do. Mamba mentality. So when she said it was
Oh, that's tough. That's so tough.
gonna get dark, I went to CVS and got a book light. It makes sense. I turn on the book light and continue drawing this girl. I'm sitting all the way up and barely paying attention to her. Honestly, she tries a couple more times to get me to lay down. At one point, she even puts her hair in a ponytail. Whatever that means. Sheer inexperience, man.
This is crazy.
Eventually, she starts texting on her phone, and it's just awkwardly silence, man. But in my head, I think it's going well. I interpret it as I'm drawing her and she's admiring my skill and we're so comfortable with each other that we can communicate silently and blah, blah, blah. I know.
That's tough.
Time passes and before I even finish the drawing, she tells me she's tired and I give her the probably not good drawing. I mean, this is what my animations looked like back then. I hug her once.
Hey, listen. You're learning. You get
I
an
leave,
XP in
of
life,
course,
man.
She goes home. I leave and I feel like that nigga, man. I feel like I just spat the most fire game. I am absolutely in love. I think this went well so perfectly, man. A couple of days later, she texts me, "Hey," after ignoring my 5 text messages, telling me about how bad of a day she was having at work. She's crying. I FaceTime her. We're talking for hours, and me being the smart young fellow that I was, I get a great idea. While we were actually talking and vibing, she told me that she loves pistachio ice cream. And
Bro, I know this is about to get crazy.
I had bought her an Uber to get to the park, so I bought her a whole tub of pistachio ice cream. Door dashed it in secret. This was
You have to relax. Alright? You gotta relax.
when I was broke. So, ow.
Oh, no. You're done. Alright? You're done.
I had planned to make my move when she got the ice cream over FaceTime. We talked some more and She gets a knock on her door. She gets the ice cream and does the whole, oh my gosh, you did this. Aw, you're so thoughtful. Nah, no worries. There's actually something I want to tell you. I think I love you know? You're
No.
You're the best brother.
That's got to be tough.
Ever. I'd like to say that that's the end of the story, but I spent months trying to
You're done.
escape the brother zone to no avail.
Bruh, listen. Sometimes you just got to read the signs, bruh. Just read them. All right, okay. What is going on?
Obviously. The takeaway from this story is
Get back to the grind, all right?
read the room. It'll save you a lot of trouble.
Yeah, listen. The people who want you to go forward with you as far as you can take yourself in life are the people who are going with you, all right? The people who have other plans, let them do their plans.
Also, when you go to CVS, buy condoms.
So if you watch my
Oh, that's tough.
videos before, you know that I'm no stranger to the waters of Tinder.
Oh, yeah. Listen, though.
What
You have to get XP in real life.
is that we're at one point tranquil, clear. Some would even say blue, but have now been tainted by hot girls. And city boys.
That's
so
tough.
this story starts.
Didn't I just seen something that Tinder got a tier that is $500. Listen, go outside, please.
Starts off how every Tinder story starts. A wholesome longing for true love and affection? Yeah.
If you pay $4.99 or $4.99, listen, I don't even know what that tier does.
Of course. You got horny.
I got horny. So I'm scrolling away on Tinder and I end up matching with this girl. Now she didn't really look like my type because she looked like a thought, bro. I
Listen,
can't lie. And honestly, that's not really my thing. Hookup culture doesn't necessarily appeal to me because like I need a connection with someone before I do anything with them. So we planned to meet up that day at like 8 p.m.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
We're texting and she's, for a lack of better words, not shy about her intentions. And I'm, for a lack of better words, not mentally prepared. Okay.
I was nervous, bro. At the time, I was not used to those type of conversations. I grew up alone and on the internet. I never went to college or even had a job for that long. So I never had
that's why it's good to like really work on yourself, but also being around other people is good. New people is good.
adult soul.
Because you'll learn a lot from other people's situation. You're like, okay, I see that.
Social life,
Maybe I should try that,
which is where I feel most people my age
But if you stay in, no contact, listen,
learn how to flirt and communicate
and then jump out, you're done.
romantic. So I went from drawing pictures 24/7
To texting a girl about the GOG 3000 double grip pepper grinder deluxe. Okay, I wasn't ready.
Now, she didn't have her own place and she was asking if she can come to mine. But the problem with that was I lived with my friend Jake
All right, understand the struggle a little bit,
and his entire
but you gotta relax.
family in a small apartment. So pulling up there was completely out of the question. And neither of us had a car, so we couldn't even drive around anywhere. It was really seeming like we couldn't even pull off this link. So I spent hella time cleaning out the entire apartment garage and putting the couch in there and told her to pull up in an hour.
That brother's starving.
She pulls up and we head to the garage, and she is looking fine, bro. Like, too fine. She most definitely
He's cooked.
dressed.
Like, she was looking too good for someone that didn't have a car. Like, we can't go anywhere, bro. She was really giving me Netflix and chill vibes and pulled up like I was taking her to Nobu. Like, shorty, I could only give you the chill. I couldn't even fit a TV in this garage. But we make do with what we got. So we start
Some people just like to dress up, though. That's what they like to do.
cuddling and kissing and stuff like that. And eventually we start doing our thing. She unzips my pants and lets out a scream. And I'm like, why, thank you.
But she gets off me, stands at the table, and points at the fattest roach
Oh, you're done. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're done.
I have ever seen, and it was right next to us. I don't know how
Listen. He could get back, though. He could shake back.
we didn't see it. We were really getting it on with a roach right there. We worried about the wrong cop, but the situation was dire. I gotta think fast. I have to kill him before he hides somewhere, or else she's gonna get pressed and I'm not gonna get anything tonight. So I grab a pair of shoes, throw one shoe at the roach to get it off the wall, and use the other shoe to kill the roach. I take the roach, scrape it off the shoe, and hand the girl her shoes back. After
You used her. Oh, you're done. You're done.
realizing that
He can still get back though. He can still get back.
the garage was not the move, but still being in the mood, we wander to try to find a place. And in a moment of desperation, I decide to go to my friend's mom's car. God, I hope she's not watching this. She has two cars, and one of the cars she never uses, so I go to open the door, but it's locked. But I know that the trunk is open, so I just need to open the trunk, climb through the trunk, and then open the front door. Doesn't get more down bad than this, honestly. So I open the trunk, and her car...
You're cooked.
Our alarm starts going off.
And after that, I knew it was raps, bro. I'm like panicking, trying to figure out how to turn the car alarm off. I look over at the girl, and she's already hopping in an Uber, bro. She called that shit like 7 minutes ago, bro. It was done. So eventually I go upstairs, I get my friend's mom, wake her up. And my excuse is the alarm woke me up. I think someone's trying to break into the car. So she turns off the car alarm, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like looking under the car, looking around the neighborhood, trying to find the guy who was breaking into the car. And eventually we just both go upstairs and go to sleep. I look on my phone, and I was 100% unmatched after that.
Now, in the past, I've talked about being an
Oh, they tell you all it. That's crazy.
introvert in my efforts to break out of it, and I have met a really good group of YouTube friends, but like don't really feel like they counted. So I've recently branched out and made some friends outside of YouTube, and of those friends, one of them happens to be in this story. Meet Inyoung. She came here from Korea to work, and we've been gym partners. She's really good at leg day, and I'm not. So we kind of help each other out. But of all my friends, she's definitely the one that goes out the most. So by association, I'm always getting dragged out to do some type of side quest. I mean, she once fell off an electric scooter in front of my crib, so I had to clean up more blood off the street than a DEA agent. She once got drunk with her friend at like 2 a.m. on a Monday, and I had to take them both home. I mean, a homeless
Oh wow.
almost broke into my car when I was with her.
Oh no. Listen. You're calling too many shots.
People like her are the reason that I stay inside.
Hey, if you want to do that, go right ahead.
So one day I'm at the crib and I get a text from Minyoung telling me that she got drunk in an Uber the night before and accidentally left her phone in the car. And she knows this because her laptop is tracking her phone to an address about 15 minutes away. So me being a mans, I stop working and pick her up. She connects her laptop to my phone's hotspot and we head to the location. Now I'm expecting us to be in and out. We drive to whatever suburban household the phone is in. We
Hey, W mans though. W man.
grab it and then drive out into the sunset. So I'm telling her, yo, call the Uber guy to let him know that we're on the way to get the phone. And she's like,
Actually, I can, because my friend is the one who called the Uber. He's at work right now, so I don't have the information.
so me being a mans, I give her my phone so she can call hers and hopefully the Uber guy picks it up. She dials her phone and to my surprise, it starts ringing. And then someone declines the call. We call again.
Your call has been forwarded
Straight to voicemail. We look at the laptop and the phone just moved to some shopping center area.
Oh, that's
Inyoung
crazy.
panics and tells me to chase him, and I can feel
I remember this one.
the adrenaline rush to my foot when I hit the brake and a U-turn and go home. I'm not about to get hooked into a high-speed chase so you can check your B-reel. So I tell Inyoung that we should just turn around and go home because the Uber driver is clearly doing Uber and it doesn't make sense to chase him because Find My iPhone doesn't update in real time. So I go home and we're in my parking lot. I start to call Uber support to see if we can get the guy's information. I look over at Inyoung's computer to figure out what shopping center it is, and then I realize not only is her phone in a shopping center,
Okay.
but it's at an iPhone
Oh yeah, you're done.
repair shop. Oh shit. This dude is actually stealing her phone. Mans. So me being a decently
Hey.
good friend, I race back to where the shopping center is. And Shorty's in the car like asking me what I'm gonna do if the guy has the phone and won't give it back to her. And I know what she's insinuating, but I'm not about to get a sentence so you can check your text. We pull up and walk in and there's a couple of people, but no one that looks suspicious. But I know the phone is somewhere in the building. It says so on the laptop. Someone in here has that junk. So I asked the owner if he's seen any purple iPhone 14 Pro.
That's crazy. Crazy.
And he says, well, I haven't purchased any iPhone 14s. The purple one, right? Yeah, but no need to worry. I don't buy locked phones anyways. Okay, well, here's my phone number in case anyone turns in a purple iPhone 14 Pro. I give him my number. Now, this is a chess move because not only does the store owner now know to call me if someone sells him the phone, but I spoke loudly enough to let anyone in the store who was trying to sell the phone know that we're looking for it. So we go back to my car and wait it out. And wait it out. And wait it out. And eventually we get the information from her friend, call Uber support, and report her phone is missing. Her Uber driver drives a black van, and I didn't see any in the lot, and I was getting tired. So me being an L man, I give up and go home, bro. Nothing was gonna happen. It's already been hours. So I go home, get back to work, and eventually the day ends. I start getting ready for bed. But the vibration of my phone stops me in my tracks. I grab it and see an incoming call from Eno.
I got my phone back.
How? So apparently hours later after I dropped her off, I'm talking like 9 p.m., Uber support hit her up telling her that the driver of the van said he didn't have the phone. But the location on the phone kept changing. Eventually, it stopped at a house. And at this point, she was completely fed up. So Enyong and two of her friends drive to the location of the phone. They pull up, and the area is nothing like I imagined. Window grills, broken down cars. This dude lived in the slums. The location of the laptop led to this parking lot full of cars. Her friend stops his whip, turns off the lights, and waits. And as cars and peoples came and left, they kept tabs to see if the location changed on the laptop. And at one point, this man walks right by the car, hops in a blue Jeep, and leaves. And so does the location. Enyong looks at her friend.
Yo, follow him.
Yo, I'm definitely following.
Dog.
Yo. You're what? You're lying, right? Like you called the cops.
No, my friend being a W man, follow him after he left. Let me continue the story.
Well, actually, I'm not telling the story because you're right.
Then finish it.
Her friend skirts off after the Jeep, close, but not too close, and they eventually end up at a diner. And luckily for them, there was a cop nearby at a burrito shop across the street. So they go to him and tell the cop the whole situation. The cop goes in the diner, and 5 minutes later comes out with a man, his wife, and 2 kids. None of the people, mind you, look like Enyong's Uber driver.
All right, what happened? What happened?
But the man did have Enyong's phone, so he must have bought it off the Uber guy and then tried to unlock it at the iPhone repair store. That explains why I didn't see the black van. You know what that means, right? Enyong left her phone in an Uber, and the next day, the Uber driver sold that. I respect the bag chase. The ability to sell a used iPhone in a day. This man needs to be hired by Apple. I ain't even going. Don't lie to you. Enyong then proves the phone is hers and got it back. And the whole time I'm hearing this on the phone, I'm in my head like, thank goodness. I dropped you off because if I had actually went with you, I wouldn't have gotten anything done for that day. They were literally out there for like 6 hours at this point. I just don't understand why you would
W sub.
commit a crime as an Uber driver. Like, I'm not tapped into the situation anymore, but I know for a fact
That you just got to do the right thing. Go give it back to him. You know what I'm saying?
the Uber
Because I don't know. They're gonna be able to tell who sold it though?
driver got caught because we have all of your information. And honestly, he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Find My
Like, you were driving.
iPhone. So moral of the story, Android is ass. So back when I was a youngin', I used to do martial arts.
Hey, listen. Are y'all team iPhone or team green bubbles, man? Which one?
Taekwondo to be exact. And to anyone who knows anything about martial arts, Taekwondo doesn't do shit, but you could not tell 13-year-old me that, man. I was able to chop.
No.
Not 1, but 2 wooden planks. And the fact that those
That's
planks had the sturdiness of 1-ply toilet paper did not matter to me because I was still that nigga. And I wanted everyone around me to know that. And it was so corny, bro. Oh my God. So in middle school, I had this dance class, and one day the teacher passed out these pieces.
I took a Taekwondo too.
The paper with moves on it like spin, kick, slide, and she told us to choreograph a dance routine out of the moves on the paper and then perform it for the class. So we're choreographing our dances and memorizing them. Now there was this girl in the class who I'll name Amber, who was what I would like to call my crush of the semester. The way school went for me was I'd start a semester, pine over a girl, not talk to her, get new classes, and repeat. Now this dance was actually our final exam.
What?
So I was running out of time to make my move on Amber. Now was I planning on talking to her? No, that goes against my crush of the semester schedule. Lock in. Instead, I was gonna rizz her up with dance like some type of exotic bird or a drunk frat guy at a bar. So we finished choreographing our dances. We sit on the floor in a circle, and one by one, we go up to perform in the center. Kids would come up, do a little two-step, kick here, slide there, and then end it with the spin and be done in 10 seconds max. My turn comes up, and I did a martial arts performance, dog. I saw a spinning kick and decided to turn into John Wick. At one point, I just started straight up freestyling, bro. I did a turtle style spin jump kick. Nigga, turtles don't even jump. I landed and looked my teacher in the eyes, and she's like, great job, yo. Hi-ya!
That's tough. That's tough.
I start yelling, bro. I'm feeling like the Dragon Warrior, but the only thing I'm dragging is this performance. I'm shadow boxing for like 5 minutes. Once again, the average performance time was like 10 to 15 seconds. So imagine how long 5 minutes felt. I finished standing in the middle.
5 minutes is crazy.
But that's not where the class lost it. Cause my dumbass does a bow afterwards, bro. Oh my God. So I get up and I'm, looking around waiting for my praise, but the only thing I got was the quietest laughter I have ever heard in my life. Kids are...
Bro, you know how heartbreaking that would be to do what you thought was super fire and get laughed at?
They're turned around completely or looking at me.
But you got to keep cooking. You got to keep cooking.
Bro. I look over at Amber and her head is in her shirt, bro. She couldn't even watch. The craziest part is this is not even my worst attempt at impressing a girl with my taekwondo prowess, because if I acted like this in school, you could only imagine how I acted in the actual dojo. I had a big crush on this girl named Jessica, and from the minute I saw her, everything I did in that dojo from the moment she joined was
that boy was trying to be in there being a superstar.
To impress her. This one day we had a drill where the sensei would set up 4 bags and we were supposed to go down performing various moves. Now Taekwondo is a martial art mainly revolving around kicking, so we practice various kicks. Now me, being a taller kid with longer, more powerful legs compared to the other 5'2" to 5'3" 12-year-olds in the class, I was actually pretty decent at kicking, so much so that I would sometimes be told by the sensei to help instruct the other kids.
Okay.
It just so happened that Jessica was struggling with her sidekick form, so when I heard, hey yo,
that boy, okay, it's time.
Go help Jessica. Needless to say,
or did he fold?
I was on that. So I pulled her to the side and helped her perform, which was a great icebreaker for me to get to know her. We start chopping it up. We talk about different types of cartoons we watch. I'm making her laugh. It's going good. I feel like J. Cole in his math class. Mr. Cole, passing notes in math class. Let me see. That should be something you should be able to share with the class. Do you ride on it? Do you sit? Baby, you don't want my little man up. Hey, yo. W Riz. So we finish up and she even gave me a little bit.
Bro, passing notes in class?
Business card. I don't know why she was carrying this, but it was a little card that had her iMessage email on it. And I remember staring at this card like it was a winning lottery ticket. I mean, it was kind of my first time ever getting a girl's number, so I was lit. After taking my
that boy was cooking. He was cooking.
We go back to the line and get on to the next drill. Now with this drill, we have the same 4 bags as before. We're supposed to punch one, punch another, kick one, then kick another. Now the kicks were back roundhouse kicks. My favorite kicks because of your ability to use your whole body to build momentum to kick the bag as hard.
Listen, my boy was ready to show out. All right.
As you physically can. So we get in the line and the kids are doing their thing. Punch, punch, kick, kick, punch, punch, kick, kick. Everyone's going down and it gets to my turn. I look over at Jessica and I peep that she's looking at me. So I'm thinking I got to make an impression before I slide in her DMs. So I get to the bag like Punch made Dev, get in my stance and get ready.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Ready to hit it. But the thing is, all my power came from my legs because all I did was kick. So I didn't quite know how to throw a punch. So my punches we're not impressive at all. I barely hit the bag. I look at Jessica and she's still looking at me, so I know this next punch has to be the one. But the next punch I had to do was a left-handed punch, which was significantly
Oh, wow. Wow.
weaker than my right-handed punch. So I go for the bag. I barely even hit it, bro. My
Listen,
glove even slips off.
that's crazy because you always hear about skipping leg day, but you never hear about skipping arm day.
Side and everything. I'm getting embarrassed at this point. I glance at Jessica
The kicks was on point.
and she isn't even looking at me anymore. But now I'm at the kicking part of the drill. I get to the bag, deep in my stance, breathe in, and kick the bag.
That boy delivered. He said, I'm about to make up for what you just seen. Don't worry. I'm going to impress you. All right. Watch this.
As hard as I can. The thunderous noise echoes through the dojo and the chatter in the class stops. And Jessica was looking at me again. So this is good because the kick was with my left leg, my weaker leg. So now
Jenna, appreciate you pulling up.
it was time to use my right. I get to the bag, widen my stance. Jessica's eyes are fixated on me. I get ready, inhale, twist my body and using every ounce of strength in my soul.
Boy.
The bags
Fam used his power up. You done.
so hard that the person holding it falls over. During these drills, we don't use the boxing bags with sand on the bottom. We use these targets that people hold. So I kicked the target so hard that the person holding it fell over. And I've never done that before. So I'm feeling like Goku. I look over at Jessica to see what she thought of my kick, but she was too busy on the floor in pain because she was the one holding the bag. I kicked the fuck out of this girl.
So why you can't go too hard, bruh?
Bro, knocked the wind out of her
Just in case. All right?
body. Instead of looking like Goku, I was looking like Chris Brown. I cannot bring myself to understand
That's
why
tough.
I would kick the girl that I wanted to talk to hard as fuck. But the logic in my 12-year-old head was, hey, if I kick this girl hard enough, she'll know how strong I am and be like, wow, yo, you're so strong. I'm glad you helped me with your kicks. But instead she was like, oh, my stomach.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
She had tears in her eyes. The class rushed
Listen. If you're a girl out there, do you think you could let him shake back from this?
over to make sure she's okay, and she is laid out on the floor, bro. Some kids help her. I go over to ask if she was okay, but the sensei stopped me. She was having none of that, bro. She was on my ass, understandably so. I just kicked the wind out of a girl half my size, so I go home embarrassed as hell that day. I get in my room, grab my iPad, and send an iMessage to the email on the card, hoping that she replies. And to my surprise, she does. And funnily
Okay.
enough, we're actually friends to this day. But before you even try it, know her name is not Jessica, so don't bother looking through my Instagram at yo808_official in an attempt to find her. But yeah, that's the story. So I recently made and deleted a video talking about how I've been slacking on the channel, and I gave a number of reasons why. Well, one of, if not the main reason I was slacking was because I downloaded Tinder. And if you
Bro.
follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I animated 50% of my last video in the span of 20 hours. Well, that was only possible because of the immense strength I gained in my thumbs from the hours and hours of swiping I did on this
That's crazy.
stupid waste of an. And I already hear you guys in the comments. But yo, if you don't like online dating, why don't you go talk to women in real life? No. So one night I'm scrolling away on Tinder and I see this girl, and the thing that stood out to me was the fact that she
Bruh. Yo, come to Atlanta, bruh. Okay? Listen. I remember Devontae came out here. That boy was having the time of his life. All right?
was an artist. So I swiped right, and to my surprise, when we matched, she
And you just, there's so much things. You could just go outside, breathe some air, touch some grass. All right? But, you know,
immediately text me, and bro, if you looked up into the sky, you could visibly see a hole in the ozone forming by how much this girl was gassing me up. She's complimenting my art, my hair, everything. So I match energy and we end up texting for a little while. But if there's one thing about me, I am a much better FaceTimer than I am a texter. So I ask for her number, I shoot her a call, and
oh, man. Listen, I hate FaceTime. All right? I like to just see when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm flirting it up. We're joking and laughing. We plan to meet the next Saturday. This was on a Sunday night. So throughout that week, I'm talking to her when I can to keep.
But a week is a long time though, so I can understand FaceTiming in. You got to be, if you're not able to see somebody for a whole week, I can understand FaceTiming.
We're interested, but it's kind of hard because I'll randomly dip from the conversations for hours at a time so I can work on my animations. But I also don't want to tell her about my channel, so I don't tell her why I'm gone. Not the best strategy, but it's working. Fast forward a couple of days, and I wake up on Saturday. I get dressed, I go to brush my teeth, and I'm shaking. Am I nervous? I look in the mirror and realize I'm sweating, I'm breathing heavily, my eyes are dilated. I look down, my legs are shaking more than
That's crazy.
a person using an airplane bathroom. But I try to calm myself down. What do I look
Yo, you're done. You're done.
like being nervous? I don't even know this girl's last name. I had some free time before the date, so I start to record audio for my next video to calm my nerves.
Okay.
I sit down, turn on my microphone, and since my videos aren't the quietest of videos, I always like to yell into the microphone to make sure my audio isn't distorted. So I press the record button, I take a deep breath. Testing! I clench my ears and fall out of my chair because I didn't have my headphones plugged into my computer, meaning my scream was picked up on my microphone, played through the
Oh. What?
speaker, picked up from the microphone again, and played through the speakers, resulting in this horribly loud, distorted sound, causing my ears to ring like crazy. So there I am, laying on the floor in a ball in my closet, and then the time for the date comes. So I collect myself the most I can.
I couldn't even imagine.
I head out. We meet at this sushi place. We sit down and get to talking, but I'm still nervous. All the things that went down this morning caused me to be a little in my head. And I'm talking way differently in person than I was over FaceTime. Hey, keep talking like that. We gonna fight when I see you. Hey, you're here. Oh, you wanted a hug? My bad. So, good morning, evening. How was your day? It was just not looking good for me, yo. I was just too deep in my head to be myself, and honestly, I'm usually really good at first impressions, but for some reason with this girl, But if there is one good thing about being a storyteller for a living, if the combo with the person gets dry, I literally have a catalog of fully fleshed out, memorized stories in my head.
That's crazy.
So I try to break the ice a little bit. I tell her the story of me accidentally eating that edible, and we actually start laughing. And the positive feedback makes me calm down a bit and relax. And I think
Because when you tell stories, things can be relatable. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this happened to me one time. I remember, that happened to me, or that happened to my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to talk to people, and just regular, out and about.
I'm comfortable, so she gets comfortable too, and just like that, the conversation is flowing, and we're laughing and joking. The food gets here, I start eating, and then I hear, and honestly, I can't believe she said that, right? Oh, was she talking? Yeah, and then he was like, wow, are you really gonna do that? And honestly, I can't believe they were talking whoa, is she talking right now? I take another bite and realize something horrible. I can't hear and chew at the same time. I think the audio messed up from earlier, messed up my hearing because I could only hear my chewing. But now I'm in trouble because I can't just stop eating, but I also can't come clean about my hearing because I don't want to tell this girl about my channel. So throughout this conversation, I just say, yeah, that's crazy. Over.
Oh, that's tough.
And over again while hoping for the best, and it worked. The date ends and she's like, no one's home right now.
Hold up.
We should go over to my place.
What just happened?
And over again while hoping for the best, and it worked. The date ends and she's like, no one's home right now. We should go over to my place. I just came to girl without hearing a word that she said. Future don't got nothing on me. She grabs my hand and leads me out of the restaurant, and the city lights are like reflecting off of us. I look at her and I'm just like,
that's crazy.
Wow.
That boy was locked in. He wasn't hearing nothing. All right. He was locked in.
Look at her. I was so nervous about this date, but this is going so well. This girl
is amazing. As we're walking out, this girl trips and
I remember this story too.
lands clean on her
Bruh. Hey, dropping like a recap story time. That's a fire idea at the end of each year. That's fire.
face on the concrete. Yo, are you good? Let me help you. She darts up and looks me in the face, and I kid you not, says, you should make a YouTube video about this. I should what? How does she
Tricked ya.
know? How does she know about my No, are you good? She gets up. Yeah, no, I'm fine. But wasn't that funny? You should definitely make an animation about that. Yeah, so.
He knew. He caught her. Look. All you gotta do is keep watching, all right?
That's what this was.
Mm.
We walked towards the Uber to go to her place, and the whole time she's just going on and on and on about how she's never been animated before. And I'm just like, this girl really just fell face first on concrete just to make
And was
a
gonna let
cameo
it
in
slide.
the animation. Honestly, to this day, I have no
Doing the setup is crazy.
clue how she found me. When I talk to girls, I do a pretty good job of hiding it. Anyways, we get to the Uber.
Of hiding what? Yo, if they find out your Instagram, they're gonna find out your YouTube. They're the same. They're gonna, like,
I tell her I'm
hold up.
tired and I better get going. She tries to convince me to go, but I was done at that point. I dap her up.
Like, even if you didn't post it on your channel, like, girls search the internet differently. So they be knowing things that people don't be knowing they know.
Yes, I dap her up and I head home. I go to sleep, and since this, I have not talked to her since. That was just weird, honestly.
She just wanted to be talked about. That's crazy. And she's lit.
And also, if you think I gave her what she wanted, nah, I completely changed her race, appearance, and everything in this animation.
Aside from recess and PE as a kid,
Some people are just going to run around saying it was them, though. Listen, that's enough proof for her. It's enough evidence. You said it. It's enough proof.
I never really played any type of sport. I know my appearance is otherwise, but I'm just tall and my body puts on muscle for some reason. I could not tell you why. See, the thing about my size is that it gives me this obnoxious sense of confidence to
Pause.
do things that I see actually athletic people do. Like, I'll see some crazy shit and like gaslight myself into thinking that I can do it. Like, an Olympic diver can jump from 32 feet in the air, flip around in the most elegant way with perfect understanding of physics, and then land with perfect execution.
Exactly. Listen, you go to Sky Zone one time, okay, that's not possible. You won't try it again.
But that nigga can't bench 315, bro. I can jump off a diving board and do that. So recently,
Don't even play with water like that.
I went hooping with some friends, a sport that I have zero experience in. I got no badges, bro. That's tough. So we're at a 24-hour fitness. I'm shooting by myself and my friends are running a game. And after about 30 minutes of not hitting anything, I look over at my friends and they're hitting 3-pointers, fancy layups. I'm at the free throw line looking at them, and something tells me to try to dunk for no reason. I've never in my life even attempted to
I don't see a problem with that, man. I don't see a problem.
dunk. To be honest, I don't even know how high I can jump because I know I have no business being more than like 2 inches off the ground because I'm gonna hurt myself. But here I am sprinting to the hoop. I get closer. I take one large step. I take another large step. I swing my arms and jump as high as I physically can and just slam the ball into the rim. But I
Okay.
can't even pay attention to the basketball hurtling to the other side of the gym because I'm realizing, oh shit, I gotta land. The fact that I have time to think about it
Oh, yeah, you're done. You're done. You got to prep for up and down. You know what I'm saying?
shows that my 220-pound ass was way higher than I had any business being. My knees are not meant to take the full force of my body weight hurtling to the ground without basketball shoes, bro. I'm wearing Converse. I'm about to catch the full force of my body with zero support. Like,
Bro, Converse on a basketball court? Listen, I don't know how high tech the court you was on was, but if it had dust on it, you're cooked. You're cooked, all right?
I'm looking at the ground knowing this shit gonna hurt. I land. Straight shit in knee pain, bro. My shit hurts to this day. I'm telling you all of this to illustrate my tendency to completely overestimate the physical capabilities of my body. So here's the actual story. So I'm swiping on Tinder and I end up matching with this girl. We start talking. We set up a date for the next day. Either my game is immaculate or this girl doesn't know about stranger danger. The next day comes along and I'm
That's
at
crazy.
the gym because that is a pre-date essential. Men, no matter what body type you have, get a pump before going on a date. It's like getting an erection, but on your muscles. So I'm there to hit a quick full body thing. I'm kind of in a rush though because the date's in like an hour and a
Oh, that boy was working out before the date. I'm getting ready.
half and the gym is like 20 minutes away.
I know people who do that though. Like they'll be like, I'm about to pull out, do like 100 push-ups and go out.
And I still need to drive back and get ready. So I speed through my upper body stuff and now I just have legs. I head to the
What do y'all think?
squat rack and this dude catches my attention because of how freaking massive his legs were. This dude was
I remember TSO Sage, man. Okay, I remember this video.
like jump to get into jeans thick. Like
Yo.
Ice Spice music video background dancer thick, bro. This guy, anyways, he's doing this squat variation where his feet are together and he's standing on top of a 25-pound weight and he's just squatting like that. Now me on a time crunch sees this and I'm like, oh, he knows what he's doing. I'm gonna just do that. So I hop on the rack. I don't
Oh, no. Listen,
warm up or stretch because
the way other people work out is different from how you work out. You cannot jump straight into what you thought you was doing into what you thought they was
I
doing.
don't really got time for that. I toss a plate and a 20.
I know. This is about to be a tragedy, man.
25 on the bar and I get to it. Very early in, I realized something about bro. He is not okay mentally because there is no way he enjoys this variation of squat because my quads are on fire, bro. I am in pain, but this small waist, pretty face with a big bank ass nigga is just repping out 315 with this form. So I push through and do 4 sets of 12. I re-rack and see.
Oh, 4 sets of 12. You should have noticed the first time. You should have said, "Ooh, no, okay, this is different." You know, maybe too much weight. Maybe we go down, try it again next time. You know, something like that.
Him go down to a weight that
I'm not doing 4 sets of 12 if it don't feel right. All right. Clearly, they're doing something else. I'm gonna learn it. All right. We'll work our way there. But no.
I'm actually able to do with the regular squat form. So I think to myself, how cool would it be if I could match weight with someone this big, even if it's just for 1 set?
Oh, he's cooked. He better have had somebody there. You're done.
Have no business doing this weight with this new form because I'ma hurt myself. So I loaded up, get ready to do my set, and it was horrible, bro. If I wasn't motivated by this dude's legs, I wouldn't have gotten it up.
Hey, yo.
Pause. But by God's mercy, I complete the rep and proceed to do that 3 more times. So with nothing spotting me but ego and hopes and dreams, I re-rack, pack it up, and go home. Now I'm limping to my car, but that's ordinary if you hit legs hard enough. So I get home, get dressed, and head out to pick up Shorty. So we go on the date. We have a good time. I take her back to my place.
Okay.
We chill there for a little bit.
He's
and
cooking.
One thing leads to another, and we start wrestling. So I put on the proper gear to protect myself.
You're learning.
And I start doing my thing. I'm standing on the edge of the wrestling mat, and all's going well until I feel this tingling in my quad. So I
Yo, a Charlie horse is the worst pain you will ever feel.
grab my quad and keep going, but eventually that tingling turns into a cramp. Now, anyone who has caught leg cramps before
What, especially that? Listen, you better be out here drinking water. All right.
knows that. See, no jokes. In any other circumstance, I would be in the
Bro, I remember I used to catch him in like my calf. What? Man.
fetal position, but I don't want this girl to think I'm bad at wrestling. So the show goes on, but
No. You have to. It makes for a good moment. You know, hey, listen, you work through it together, then you get back to earning your special. You know what I'm saying?
like the cramp gets worse and worse until I eventually have to stop. She looks at me like, what's wrong? Nothing. I just got to go to the bathroom real quick. So I get up, but I'm telling you, bro, I'm supposed to be limping right now. My leg
He's
is
done.
in too much pain for me to
Bro, I
walk.
would have said it. You have to. If you're comfortable enough to, you know what I'm saying, engage in a wrestling match, okay, then you got to be able to tell them.
Walk normally, but I
Ain't no way.
cannot give this girl the ick. I want to give her the. So I walk into the bathroom totally normal.
Okay, I see what you
I
did there.
close the door, And I start going through it, bro. I look at my leg and it is fully flexed, bro. I cannot move at all. I'm just looking at the mirror in absolute pain, but I can't grunt or anything because I don't want to alarm Shorty. So
Nah, you should have just told her. You should have.
I'm bro, I am dying in that bathroom. Quietly, of course, but like I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened, but then I realized I didn't stretch before I did those material girl ass squats.
See, this is why you don't try to keep up with other people. All right, this is why you did that and you forgot about it. All right, and it was your time to shine. All right,
Leg day cramps for me at least
all
last
your consequences came back.
forever, so I know I'm not going to be able to finish with this girl. So I cut my losses and put my foot against the wall next to the door and start stretching it out. So I'm waiting for
Okay.
it to go away, but then I catch a cramp in my other leg. I'm telling you,
see,
right now, I have never fallen to the ground at a faster velocity, bro. I don't got any legs. What am I supposed to do? My naked body slaps my cold bathroom floor. I knock things off my counter and I'm just
Oh
laying
my.
there. Shorty comes in
oh, you're done. You're done.
and sees me sprawled out, gripping both of my legs, and the jig is up. I'm caught because, mind you, I still haven't let out a peep, but the second I realized she caught me, my leg, I'm going crazy, bro. I'm letting out like 5 minutes of pain, and this
That's crazy. Held it all in and went.
poor girl doesn't know what to say because
That's why you should have just told her. You should have just told her. Hey, listen, this is what it is.
she had no clue I caught the cramp in the first place.
Hey, look, hey, my leg's cramping. I'm about to go over there real quick. All she's gonna say, "Are you okay?" You know what I'm saying? And then you tell them yes or no.
So I tell her what happened, and she helps me up, and I'm limping to the bed, but bro,
Cause now she's surprised. All right, it's too late.
I catch through calf cramps. I shoot both of my legs out in pain, bro. I got 4 separate cramps in my legs at this point. I fall, and this girl could not support my body weight, bro. We both fall. She hits her face on the ground, and I land right
On top of her, oh, you're
hard. Like she's gonna feel it tomorrow hard type shit. I try to save the situation, try to like tell some jokes, but there isn't much I can do. I'm not gonna lie. We chill on the floor for a little bit, but eventually she gets up and leaves, and I'm just staring at the ceiling thinking about how I had no business doing those squats like that without stretching. Moral of the story: know what your body is capable of. If you're scrolling around on dating apps and they start suggesting you girls that live
Bro,
50 days,
never try to keep. You could try it. Okay, not for me. I'll try it. Okay, not for me. You know what I'm saying? My man went and did a whole. I know the first set he was like, "This is type crazy," and then he did the full.
miles away. I'm gonna need you to stop swiping and start stroking,
Especially when you're working out, boy,
bro. You ran out of holes.
it's gonna creep up on you. Muscles you never thought you was using.
There are plenty of fish in the sea. You caught none of them face tests, but I'm in the same boat with you. In 2020 to 2021, I was on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, heavy, bro. And this
Bro, go.
is what I looked like. Only screen I should have been tapping was the one on a treadmill. I could not pull a girl if she had a handle attached to it. So needless to say, on dating apps, I was not matching with girls who had options. I was matching with girls who lived in the middle of nowhere. Well, that's a good thing, because I don't want some harlot who has options in my Bugatti. Wrong.
That's crazy.
Obviously, I don't want to talk to some girl who has the whole U.S. census in her IG DMs, but I would rather get picked from someone's options than to be someone's only option. Because when you're the only person that someone is talking to, they will attach to you strong and fast, and that's just a recipe for disaster.
Hey, listen. He was out here. He was getting his XP up. All right.
So
He be spotting the signs now.
Actually, this girl lives in a small town in Texas about an hour away from me. We talked here and there, and I knew she was feeling me, but like since there was such a distance in between us, none of us really took it seriously. But this one day I got a text from her saying that she would be on 6th Street with some college friends. Now 6th Street is this long road in Austin, Texas.
Hey, listen. Come on, bro. I know y'all seen the tweet. Austin, Texas food is better than New Orleans, bro. I said it.
That's just riddled with like different clubs and bars and stuff. And
I was on 6th Street. I went to a restaurant there. And what was the other one? Paperboy? Come on now.
the time I lived downtown on 6th Street. Never doing that again. But
Yeah. I wouldn't live down there, though. Just far enough, but close enough.
stars aligned. I mean, we were going to finally meet. So, I had to hit her with something suave, you know what I'm saying? I hit her with without me. I told her that if she came a couple hours early, I could take her out and show her around town a little.
Okay.
I didn't want to go clubbing with her because I don't drink and I don't smoke. And I've tried the whole being the sober guy at a club thing. Yo, oh my God, you can't take me anywhere. I'm so fun. Not for me. So she pulls up already wearing her club clothes. And trust me, I did not mind. But taking her on a cafe date at 12 p.m. was definitely a very interesting experience. But that aside, she was mad cool, funny, we got along, like we had a good time. We walked around the town and stuff. I took her back to my crib, but then eventually it was time for her to go out and party with her friends. Oh my God! And I did not go. But after that, she texts me that she had a good time. She goes back home and she came to Austin to party with her friends often. So we actually ended up meeting a good 2 or 3 more times every time she came to have fun with her friends. This one night, I get a text from her saying, hey, I'm going to be clubbing with some friends. I was wondering if I could come over, but I had an animation to finish that night. So I tell her I could, and she doesn't respond. So I assume she's just partying with her friends and stuff. So I go back to work, but some time passes, and I get a message so long that it makes the Declaration of Independence look like a suggestion of downtime. If I got to scroll twice to read some shit, I'm not reading, but
Hey. That boy's cooking. All right, he's cooking.
I didn't even have to read this whole script that she sent me because the use of capital letters and curse words showed me that she wasn't fucking with me at the moment. Now, I know she's drunk right now, and the way I move, anytime a woman tells me something while she's drunk, I always take it with a grain of salt. So I tell her, yo, have fun tonight. Let's talk about this tomorrow. And she doesn't respond. A couple hours later, I get a call from her asking if I could pick her up because apparently she left her friends to go blow off some steam. And now she's lost and drunk and scared. Even though I was really busy at the time, I still care about this girl.
Okay. Heavy ask.
I didn't want anything to happen. She's alone. And I knew she was on 6th Street. So
Did a whole Walmart trip? What'd you get from Walmart?
I didn't mind the 5-minute drive to pick her up. So I asked for the address of where she's at. And she's somewhere in North Austin. In what universe does leaving my friends to blow off some steam translate to going 30 minutes up north? Now I'm mad because I gotta go on a whole commute to pick her up and a whole commute to come back home. And I should be animating this video that I gotta be dropping the next day. I really should have hit her with the niggas die every day and let her fend for herself. But instead, I got in my car and I started driving. So I'm on.
Hey, when it's something like that, you gotta do the right thing, okay? And then you explain later, okay, all right, listen, can't do that. All right, don't do that.
The highway for a good 10 minutes, and then I get a call from, oh, yo, where are you? I'm on the way. I'm 15 minutes away. 15? What? I'm on 6th Street. What are you talking about? The address you sent me was in North Austin. I'm partying. Obviously, I'm on 6th Street. Why didn't you say anything? Clearly, the address was wrong. Hurry up. I'm scared.
Bro, listen. You do the right thing, you get to the end of this, and then you say, okay, I'm done.
Deep breaths. So after finding out that it's my fault that she sent me the wrong address.
No. You don't take the fault for nothing you didn't do, all right?
Hate a U-turn.
If you tell somebody, hey, here, okay? And they messed up with listen, there is no fault. Why are you trying to make it my fault?
Her head into where she actually is, which was 5 minutes away from my crib. I pull up and she's there with 3 other girls drunk talking about, hey, my friends need rides home too.
Oh, no. She had to show signs of this before, all right? She had to.
Deep breaths. My car is now a city bus. I'm playing crazy taxi if all the characters were drunk college. I drop one friend off here. I drop another one off there. This one wants to get food. I drop this one off there. And eventually it gets to me and her in the car. Now, I'm not saying anything. No music, nothing. I haven't given this girl a name yet. We're going to name her B. I eventually get to B's college friend where she stays with when she goes clubbing. Get there. I tell her good night. And she hits me with the, I'm not tired yet. You better watch some White Noise or George Lopez or something. Good.
I'm not tired.
Tell her to leave.
No.
And she's like, no. And I'm like, huh? And in this moment, it was almost as if she sobered up completely because she says in a serious tone for the first time of the night, I know if I leave, you'll never talk to me again. And hearing this gives me a look into the perspective of this girl. I mean, she wanted to hang out with me and she just wants to feel heard and loved. And she doesn't want me to never talk to her again. So I'm trying to get her out of the car so I can never talk to her again. And she is not budging at all, bro. We're arguing. She's crying. I'm trying to get home. I get tired of it, so I just turn the car off, get out, and just wait by the front door of the dorm. Mind you, it's been an hour now.
An hour?
So my work shit is completely out of the question.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm mad about that because now she's not only playing with my time, but she's playing with my money. I won't be able to finish the video tonight.
Hey, that boy's cooking. He's cooking.
Day. So I'm not hearing her out at all. I'm waiting by the door and she's just staying in the car. And I swear like 10 minutes pass and nothing happens. But then I see her try to hop from the back seat into the driver's seat. And at that moment I was like, now it's my chance. So I rush over to the door, open it and try to grab her out of the car. I grab her arm and she starts screaming hysterically, bro. And I took the fattest
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, listen.
of steps back because that shit looked crazy. There's people on the side of the road looking at me
Yep.
crazy. I'm done. So I completely leave the car alone and go back to the front door. And I'm trying to like think if there's anyone that I know that she knows that I could hit up. I'm like replaying all of our conversations in my head, trying to think of something. And I remember her college friend who lives in the dorm. Her name is Anaya. So I go through her following, type in Anaya's name, and she pops up. So I shoot her a DM like, yo, can you get your friend? She's in my car. She's not leaving. And thank God
She pulled up.
answered, bro. So she comes down, goes to the car, talks to her, takes another like 15 minutes, grabs her out of the car, and they go home. And
This is crazy. Whoever did, I would never talk to them again. King James.
I skirt the fuck out of there, bro. I get on the road and B
You
starts
should watch the
sending me
live
texts
Royal Rumble this
apologizing
year.
profusely, and I'm looking at
I'm gonna
this
start keeping up with it because I seen that dude who got DDT. That was crazy.
shit like this got to be the craziest situation I've ever been in with a girl. That was until I matched with another girl who makes B look like the Virgin Mary. So this one time after a long tiring day of scaring all the local hoes, I matched with this girl who lived in a small town and we ended up hitting it off, and we did so well that we actually ended up FaceTiming that night. I'm not gonna say her pictures didn't look good, but she definitely looked way better than I expected. That was a red flag because when you're ugly, finding a cool attractive girl that actually likes you feels like finding a nice car for a cheap price on Facebook Marketplace. You'd be looking
You gotta have confidence. Confidence.
at it like, you gotta be like a salvage title or something. Like, it's too good to be true. I'm gonna need the Carfax. I didn't really have any options, so I continued to see it through. And she ended up being really cool.
No.
We had the same interests, humor.
No,
all that.
no.
A couple hours, we end the call, and then she ends up sending me this whole paragraph about how much fun she has, and she ended it with, I really like you, :3. Was that called a colon bracket? I don't know. It was a heart nonetheless. Now, at the time, I appreciated that, and I thought it was really cute. But little did I know that was going to be the beginning of a nightmare. So we keep it pushing, texting every day, calling every day, good morning text, good night text, the whole thing. And the more we talk, the closer we get. We do this for about a week, and eventually we end up planning a link up. I give her my address, she gives me her address, we're talking about it, and I find out that this girl lives 3 hours away from me, bruh. That's 6 hours there and back.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But I got the rose gold shades on, so I agree to pick her up, take her to my place for the weekend. So the week goes on, and as the day that I'm supposed to pick her up approaches, the reality hits me. I'm an animator, and this stuff takes time. Driving 6 hours for anyone really just doesn't align with my career goals. And I didn't want to lead her on because if we linked, we would end up getting even closer, and then maybe she'll want something more, which I would not be able to give her.
He's cooking.
Especially
He's
with
cooking.
the distance in between us. So as gently as I could, I tell her all that. She was not feeling none of that, bro. You just don't like me. No, it's not you.
You're all the same.
I'm sorry.
Why can't I just drive to you?
No, I don't want her to drive to me because once again, I don't want to lead her on. I tried to explain that to her, but she is fixated on pulling up. She's saying, we'll make it work, I'll drive. We go back and forth. She gets in her car on the phone, and I am practically begging her to go back into her house. Eventually, I get tired of it, and I end up telling her, yo, do not pull up to my crib. If you do, I will not answer the door. Good night. She gets out of her car.
Yo. Listen, she was locked in. Wasn't nothing. Listen,
Back into the house.
she was not fumbling. All right.
It hangs up on me. I go to sleep and I wake up the next day hearing nothing from her. So I'm thinking she needs some space. So I go on about my day. I get some work done. I go to the gym. I'm doing my thing there. And then I get a call. I look at my phone and I see that it's her. So I pick it up and I hear nothing but her crying, bro. She is hysterical. So I'm in the middle of the gym trying to get her to tell me what's going on. And through her sob, she tells me that she got into a car accident. Now, me not even thinking about yesterday, I asked her, yo, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Do you need me to stay on the phone? No, I need you to come here though because I'm in your house. In my house? What are you talking about? She shares her location and it's at my house. So I'm on the phone like, what do you mean accident? What did you hit? And she goes right back to crying, bro. She is not saying a word. I hang up on her and I get in my car and I speed to where she's at. And the whole time I'm in the car, I'm just thinking about how I told her not to pull up.
That's crazy.
And she pulled up and got into an accident. I turned the corner of my street expecting to see the worst, and I see her car, and that hoe is in pristine condition. Not a dent,
Listen, it's a sickness, all right? It's a sickness.
in sight. I get out the car looking for Mermaid Man, thinking she hit the invisible boatmobile or some shit. Her car door swings open. She comes to me crying, talking about, I just really wanted to see you. I really wanted to make this work, and you weren't hearing me out. And that's checkmate, bro. She got me. Oh, but I didn't fuck up the camera with that. But that was my first time meeting her, by the way. Craziest first impression of someone I've ever gotten in my life. She got me though. Like, I'm in this parking lot looking dumb as hell. So I'm not even saying anything to the girl. I go on my car and she's like banging on my window and shit. But I just drive. Now, I couldn't really go anywhere far because the crazy ass girl was at my crib. But I left for a couple hours. I come back. Car's not there. I check Instagram and like Tinder and stuff, and obviously I'm blocked, and we never talked again. The thing is, I actually don't even think that girl is crazy. It's just that's what happens when you have no options. You fall hard and you fall fast.
No, you should never. You should you should never be down that horrendous. All right, listen, just communicate, just talk.
I'm no exception to that.
You don't have to.
Growing up, I wasn't really seen as attractive by the girls in my class.
Cause the pull up 3 hours away. Come on now, what?
So
and then you get an accident like this didn't have to happen. It did not have to happen. All right.
I got older and was on Tinder and was finally getting attention from women. A very few amount of them, mind you. That was enough for me to even go crazy. And yeah, I had a problem with attaching really fast. Now, I'm not going to say I did crazy stuff like that, but it would really get me in my feelings. Back in like 2019, I matched with this girl who I named Callie. Now, this had to have been like...
Yeah, she was wilding. You don't listen.
My third or fourth first date like ever. We meet at this boba spot and the date was alright, but we didn't really click like that, so we kind of just went our separate ways. Now some time passes and I match with this girl who I named Jasmine. Now Jasmine had to have been the baddest girl I've ever matched with, bro. She was so dry, bro. She could not hold a conversation to save her life. Hey, you, money in the bag. Okay. And because of her dryness, I could not lock down a date. It was impossible to talk to the girl. But it's one day I'm working on
It's a sign, bro. It's a sign.
a video and I get a text saying, hey, I'm going to be at the downtown park taking a walk. You trying to come along? So I'm like,
My soldiers push forward!
yeah,
My soldiers scream out!
yeah,
My soldiers run!
yeah. I'm sure I'm down. Now, this is before I had a car, but I still lived downtown.
Nah, that's crazy.
And the park was like a 2-minute walk away. So I make my way there and she texts me that she's in the parking lot. I'm in the parking lot too and I'm looking for her, but I don't see anyone but a man and this old couple. So I text her, yo, where are you at? I don't see you. And she stops responding. So I just make my way to the park and the man that I saw earlier stops me. They stop me and say hello. And after hearing the voice, I realize it's not a man, but it's a girl with really short hair. Hey, yo, long time no see. Huh? I'm in my head like, it has been a long time no see. Because I have never seen you in my life. Now, I'm confused as to how this
That's
random
crazy.
girl knows me, but like, I'm not trying to be rude. So I'm like, hey, how's it been? Da, 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 da. I'm trying to bullshit the conversation. The whole time, though, I'm on my phone waiting to see if Jasmine's going to hit me back. But she hasn't hit me in like 15 minutes at this point. So I'm like, I got stood up, and 2, I got to talk to this girl who is not leaving. She is talking to me like we are long lost friends, bro. I don't know this girl.
Bro, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Is until she says, hey, I'm glad you can make it. Are you ready to go on this walk? This was the girl I was texting the whole time. And no, Jasmine did not catfish me. Let me explain something real quick.
Hold on. I got to see what is he cooking right now, all right? What is he cooking?
As I stated earlier, I struggled with attaching to women too fast.
Okay.
And something I would do to counteract it was I would not save a girl's number if we hadn't met 3 times. Also, if I didn't have your number saved, anytime we talk, I'd delete the conversation to keep myself from double texting. And this method usually works because I don't talk to multiple women at a time. So when I got that, let's go to the park text this morning, I assumed it was Jasmine because she was the only girl I was talking to. I have no clue who this random ass girl is. But we go on the walk and she's like holding my hand and shit. So apparently we've met. I want to say we were walking for like 15 minutes and I swear the whole time I was just trying to connect dots to figure out who this
I couldn't even imagine being in this situation.
girl is. Eventually we get to the top of this hill and sit down. And like I'm trying.
That's why it's always better to just meet people in person. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to build up the courage to ask her what her name is, but she hits me with the most clutch alley-oop that she could have. Hey, I know you go by Yo-Yo, but what's your real name? Oh yeah, I do go by Yo-Yo, but my name's Johannes. You got any nicknames? Oh, my name's Callie. Callie! Huh? Nothing. Yeah, my name's Callie, but I've been going by Cal lately. It was the boba date girl, bro. The date was so ass that I forgot her. And the thing is, she cut her hair so much that she was completely unrecognizable to me. And of course, since we only went on one date, I never saved her number. So after finally realizing who she was, I was able to actually give the date my full attention. And we had a great time, bro. I don't know what was going on the first date, but we were vibing completely differently this time. And she was actually an artist, an animator even. So we went back to my place, we made an animation, we chilled, and we had a blast.
That's what's up. Hey.
She goes home and I break my rule. I save her number. And I'm telling y'all, bro, at this time of my life, something switched in my head when I saved someone's number, bro. I got extremely attached that night. I can't lie. So much so that I sent her a whole paragraph talking about how much fun I had. And she was like, I had fun too. And in that moment, it was smooth. We actually ended up meeting like 3 or 4 more times. But as time progressed, she started slowly backing off. Her response times became sparse. Her responses became dry. And that's usually a sign to back off and charge it to the game. You said charge? I went full throttle, bro. I got to double, triple, quadruple text.
No. My brothers, release yourself, all right?
And like I was running up an air combo in Street Fighter, bro. It was not a good look, bro. I was bothering this girl so much to the
You gotta relax, bro.
point where I ended up getting left on red and unfollowed on ice.
You said I get too attached? Listen, it's okay. You can't get too attached, though, where you forget about yourself, all right?
Can't lie, that shit hurt. And the worst part about that shit was that I still could not get Jasmine to go on a date with me, bro. I was blown. I ended up deleting Tinder. So time passes after that and life starts looking good again. And I actually end up going to get my first tattoo, the one on my hand. So I park on the side of the street and I make my way to the shop. I'm walking and I see this girl. It was this really, really beautiful girl holding hands with this, what I would assume was a girl as well. But she had a shaved head and like a tattoo sleeve. And as I made my way closer to him, I realized it was fucking Callie, bro. And I'm just scoping the scenery. She has a bag on her with a pin that has the trans flag. When I saw that, it just started connecting, bro. The 2 haircuts curving me, the going by Cal. My game was so bad that this girl switched teams. Now that would have been fine and dandy.
You can't say that was your fault, though. That's not, no.
But the part that got me is she switched teams and started pulling badder bitches than me, bro. The girl she was with was fine as fuck. I was sick. Let me preface something really quickly, bro. No transphobia. I have genuine love for everyone. This situation was just funny to me.
That's crazy.
Now.
You can't say that's your fault, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they just like what they like. You know what I'm saying?
But at the time, bro, I was in the trenches, bro.
You gotta say, well, maybe it was me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the fit. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? But were you to blame? I don't think so. All right? I don't think so.
No amount of Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, and 2 a.m. driving could get me out of this rut, bro.
2 a.m. drive? No.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K Holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.